Alright, Shalom, it's your brother Shamar from Phoenix. With that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, QUADASH. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the brothers doing this work in truth and sincerity. And real quick, I'm going to get into the lesson about reincarnation in the scriptures, man, because that's one thing that plantation Christianity doesn't teach, man. You know, they teach all kinds of false doctrine, basically. And they teach in a heaven and a hell, eternal punishment, and these things are not in the scriptures, man. So basically, they're against the scriptures because they teach everything they teach is contrary to the scriptures. They mix truth with a lie. Truth, being these scriptures, but they can't interpret it, and they don't have the understanding. Was that I'm going to get Daniel 12:13. It says, "But go thou thy way till the end be," and this is the Most High speaking unto Daniel. "For thou shalt rest and stand in the lot at the end of days." So basically, the Most High is telling Daniel that to go down your way to the end be, so to the end of times. For thou shalt rest, you're gonna die, because basically that what rest is, and stand in that lot at the end of days, and then he's gonna bring him back at the end of days, and to prove that death is rest, and to prove that he's talking about death, that Daniel's dying and coming back. I'm gonna get Job 13:13, because it tells you what happens when you die, man. Is it Job 13:13? It says, Salakia. Salakia, that was Job 3:13. Uh, it says, "For now I should have lain still and been quiet. I should have slept. Then had I been at rest." And that's a Job talking about death, man. Because if you go up to verse 11, I'll just start at 11. It says, "Why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out the belly? Why did knees prevent me, or why the breast that I should suck?" So basically, he was wishing that he was dead, man. Because he was the hell that he was going through. He was saying, "Well, better that I just died at birth, or not even be born at all. For now should I have lain still and been quiet. I should have slept, then I had been at rest." So that's basically what death is, man. So going back to Daniel, the 12th chapter, the Most High is telling him that he's going to die. He's going to come back at the end of days. It says, when we read that verse again, it says, Daniel 12:13 says, "But go thy way to the end be." So do you got a thing till the end comes, and he's going to tell him exactly how he's going to be in that time. He said, "For thou shalt rest." You're going to die. You're gonna experience death. Basically, you're going to go to rest and stand in that lot at the end of days, and you're going to come back and you're going to be in your lot, and you're going to be in the position that the Most High wanted you in the end times, man. So that's another scripture right there proving reincarnation. And with that, I want to get Matthew the 19th chapter. It's Matthew 19:28, and it says, "And YAHAWAHSHI said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that they which shall follow me in the regeneration," and that word regeneration means to be born again. To re means again, and to gene means to be born. "When the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel." So how are they going to sit upon those 12 thrones if they're according to the plantation Christianity doctrine dead? They're going to be physically present, man, in these last days. So that scripture right there cuts this is Christianity doctrine, man, and it proves reincarnation. Yahweh said something, "Verily I say unto you, that they which follow me in the regeneration," when you come back, when you come back, reincarnation basically, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory. And when is he going to do that? In the end times. Ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones, during the 12 tribes of Israel. So he's talking to the apostles in the future tense, man. And with that, I want to get 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter. This is 2 Timothy 4, start at verse 7. It says, this is Paul speaking. It says, "I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, when the Lord the righteous judge shall give it me at that day. So what day is he talking about? He's talking about the day, that last day when he comes back. And not to me only, but unto also them that love his appearing. So he's going to be appearing in the last days according to Revelation, the 10th chapter. That's when his appearing is going to be. Let me get that real quick. That his reappearing is going to be in the last days, man. So that means that he has to be alive in those last days to receive that crown, because if according to the plantation Christianity doctrine he's dead, then it don't make sense, man. That ain't it, but that's a good one anyways. This goes back to this is a good precept for Daniel the 12 and 13, which it says go down the way to the envy, and stand on your lot at the end of time, basically roughly paraphrasing. And this is a Revelation 10:11. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. And he was and he's talking to John right here, man. So basically, he's telling John that he has to come back and prophesy again in the last days, man. He said, "Man, you must prophesy again." He's gonna be returning and going back to his lot, like Daniel the 12th chapter, man. But, just another scripture that proves reincarnation. Like, yeah, this is a Revelation 1 and 7, another reincarnation scripture. It says, behold, he comes with clouds, talking about YAHWAHSHI, and every eye shall see him, and every eye shall see him. So every eye. So even the people that died, man, that so-called died, they're gonna be back on this earth, and they're gonna see YAHWAHSHI, and every eye shall see him. They also which pierce him, and that's the key part right there, man. They which pierce him. They're talking about them soldiers that pierced him, thrust him on the side with a spear. They also which pierced him. So how are those men that pierced Yahushua when he was crucified? How are they going to see him if they're dead in the grave? Well, there's an answer to that. The answer is that they're going to be reincarnated, and their spirit's going to be back in another body in this day and age, because that's what reincarnation is, man. They also which pierce him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. It says every eye shall see him, man. So the so the spirit goes back to the Most High who created it, man, and he puts it back in a different body. That's what reincarnation is, according to the scripture. So everybody's present, man, on the planet Earth right now. To what? To receive their judgment, man. To receive their judgment. If you go to a book of Ecclesiastes, it says he saw the earth and judgment was there, roughly paraphrasing. But it's like a roughly paraphrase, and I'm gonna get it right now. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. It says, moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. So what's under the sun? The earth is under the sun, man. He's just talking about the world in general. Moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. This is the place of judgment. It's telling you where the place of judgment is at. That wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. So this is a place of judgment right here on planet Earth, man. This is the place of judgment. So that means that we receive our judgment, everybody on this planet Earth right here, man. Living whatever hell that we live in. That's why we're under the curses. Why? Because that's a judgment that the Most High put on the nation of Israel. So it said throughout all your generations, and he put it on the children of Israel for going off and not obeying the Lord, man. So basically, we didn't obey the Lord because we were in those ancient times, man. If you were that man, most high willing, we were part of that righteous remnant that were obeying the Lord, man. That's why the Most High has us doing this work, man. But we went off as a people, so we had to get judged as a people, and part of that judgment is to live out these curses according to Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, man. And with that, I'm gonna get Luke 21 and 36. This is Luke 21 and 36. And it says, watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may become. This is YAHAWAHSHI speaking to the apostles. It says, watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be counted worthy to escape all those things that shall come to pass. So he's speaking to the apostles in the future tense. He's speaking to them, and she's speaking to them basically that they were going to be here in these last days to escape all these things that shall come to pass. So if they die before those things came to pass, then how can they escape them? Why is he telling them to pray always, man? You know, he's speaking to them in a future sense. If you use common sense, it says, "Watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be counted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man." And if you read Matthew the 24th chapter, man, basically he's telling the apostles the same thing. He's speaking to them in a future tense, like knowing that they were going to be present when the calamities and the rumors of wars and all these other things that happen on the planet Earth right now are coming to pass, man. So reincarnation is definitely in the scriptures. He speaks in regard to future events, man. What's that I'm gonna get? Why? Because these scriptures are for the men. These scriptures, this Bible is for the men that are doing this work in these last days, man. This is our comfort. But then I'm gonna get Psalm 102 and 18. And it says, "This shall be written for the generation to come, and the people which shall be created shall praise the Most High." So these scriptures are written for the generation to come. This is talking about back in the ancient days. The generation to come is the generation that's here right now, man. So these words, these prophecies, these breakdowns, understandings is for the time and day that we're living in at this very moment, man. Because this is when the truth, the 100% truth of the scriptures has been revealed. This is where the Most High once again put His prophets on the highways and hedges of the world, prophesying His word, man. That this is how the Most High does it. You know, and he calls up his men from the ancient days. He regenerates them and he puts them back in their lot. And Most High willing, our lot was one of those prophets in the ancient days, and we're coming back and fulfilling that same lot again and prophesying the downfall of America, man. Understand? I want to get Genesis 49 and 1, because this goes into Jacob, telling his sons what's going to befall him on the last days. Now, are any of his sons alive in these last days? No, he was talking about a future event, but that they were going to experience it. So this just proves of reincarnation, man, once again. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, "Gather yourself together, that I may tell you what shall befall you in the last days." Why? Because they were going to experience that, and their seed was going to experience that in these last days, man. So why would he tell them something that didn't pertain to them? It wouldn't make no sense. So he's telling them about future events, but they were going to experience in future events. And what their seed was going to experience in future events. We use Genesis, the 49th chapter, breaking down who are the true children of Israel, man, because it gives certain characteristics and identifiers of who the tribes are, man, which basically are your so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And with that, I want to get 2 Maccabees, the 7th chapter. This is 2 Maccabees 7, start at verse 23. And it said, "But doubtless the Creator of the world, who formed the generation of man, and found out the beginnings of all things, will also of His own mercy give you breath and life again." What does that mean? That's reincarnation. "As ye now regard not your own selves for His law's sake." So He says He's going to give you breath of life again. So He reincarnates you, man. And with that, I'm going to give Matthew the 22nd chapter, another reincarnation scripture. And you know what? You're only going to understand this if the Spirit's working with you and you're able to receive it, man. That's the only way you're going to get understanding of the Bible, understanding of the Scripture, the understanding of this truth. The Spirit that has to be working with you. YAHAWAHSHI has to be supping with you. So you gotta be called to receive this truth to begin with, man. Most High willing, we're chosen. This is Matthew 22:42, and this is Yahawashi speaking, saying, "What think of ye of Yahawashi? Whose son is he?" And they say unto him, "The son of David." And so the apostle knew that he was this King Solomon reincarnated, man, because they called him the son of David. And who was the son of David? Go. The lineage shows you that the son of David was Solomon, man. That's Solomon's son. So Solomon was Solomon. So they knew that who you call Jesus Christ, Yahawashi. They knew that Yahawashi was Solomon reincarnated. And with that, I want to get Salakia. That want to get Matthew 1:1 because it tells you who Yahawashi was. It tells you that he was the son of David. It tells you he tells you he was Solomon, and it tells you he was Isaac. This is this is Matthew 1:1. It says the book of the generation of I'll just read it verbatim. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David. Who's the son of David? Solomon, the son of Abraham. Who's the son of Abraham? Isaac. Okay? So it's telling you who Yahawashi was in the reincarnation. So it tells you right here in verse 2, Abraham begat Isaac. But it says that Jesus Christ, who you call Jesus Christ, is the son of Abraham. So Abraham was Isaac, man. And then if you go to verse 5, it tells you who the son of David. Verse 6, it tells you who the son of David was. And Jesse begat David the king, and David the king begat Solomon. So right now it's telling you that Yahawashi is Solomon and Isaac in the reincarnation, man. You know, these are just this is just common sense, man. But like I said, only if the Spirit's working you can you receive this. Can you receive it, man? That's why Yahawashi said, if you can receive it, I'm gonna get that scripture real quick. This this is Yahawashi talking about John the Baptist, man, because John the Baptist was Elias reincarnated, man. It says also at verse 10, it says Matthew 11:10, for this is he of whom it is written, behold, I send my messengers before thy face, which shall prepare thy way before thee. Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there is not risen a greater than John the Baptist, notwithstanding he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent take it by force. For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. And if you will receive it, this is Elias which was to come. So basically, that's Yahawashi speaking that John the Baptist was Elias reincarnated, man. You know, this was just a few quick reincarnation scriptures, man. You know, Most High willing, hope it was edifying. That one say Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi. Hey, Shalom.